Hello, my name is Graciano Solodio, and the topic for my group project of Unity Shadow is time management. Time management is something that doesn't just involve one person. It involves multiple people, not multiple, but the whole world, we could say. Because time is something that you can't stop or waste. You can't stop and go at whichever moment you feel ready. It's always moving. And for a person that has multiple things to do in a day, they wish they could stop it. And uh, honestly, I would say time management is a real headache for a person, especially if you're a college student. If you're a college student, you have multiple things to do in a day, and it's a continuously routine that doesn't just happen one day of the week. It happens 365 days of the year, or less, a little bit less, because weekends and then vacations, days off. But the end result of a person completing a single planned objective or objectives throughout the day can lead to irritation, stress, knowing you could have done it better, completed it. And if there's a point or an objective that you forgot to do during the day, or you didn't have enough time to complete it, it'll start bunching up in the back of your head. It'll be bothering you during the whole time until you complete it. And in personal experience, I would say that once you leave an objective for another day, say, "Oh, I'll leave this for another day." The next day, it'll just keep going until you complete it. And once you do it, it's a real stress reliever. Because knowing that you finally did it after so much time, it grants you like a sense of accomplishment that you don't have to go back and worry about it. And for a person, a whole day is covered by 24 hours. In those hours, a teen is required, for example, high school students, college students, is required to have 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Around 5 of the, and once you wake up, around 5 of those hours are focused on school, depending on the classes. Because the class from regular high school that we have, or high school, middle school, compared to and college, and now compared to virtual classes, is much more different. Because right now you have classes at specific times, or now the recordings, and the recordings make it much more beneficial for students because they're busy with other stuff that would say like are more important. They can complete it, and once they have free time or they have like a space between all those subjects of the day, they could complete it or watch the recordings. Another thing is the school's activities, extracurricular activities or sports. You spend 2 hours on it. It's around 2 hours because in high school I was in soccer, 4 years soccer. I played soccer 4 years, and every single day it was 2 hours of practice right after school, or on weekdays. Because weekends it was mostly tournaments, tournaments. It was like the whole day. So you'll get back at 9 p.m. or 10, depending on the destination you went to. 2 hours of sports, depending on the match days, including, because if it was before a match day, the coaches wouldn't want to risk it, so they'll make it short, or if not, it'll be the same amount of time, but less hard working or competitive drills to avoid injuries or surprises. And then the day after the match, it'll be just not too intense workouts, but workout just to build to your body to not have like injuries, postponed injuries. And finally for one of the time consuming things of students or people in the days, or especially for college students, it's if they have a job. On the average, uh, of their job hours, it's around 4 hours. 4 hours, we could say. Finally, one thing that many people wouldn't say is important, but is transportation. And transportation, you could say, oh, it's only a couple minutes from destination A to destination B, but the truth is, if you add up all the minutes you you took to reach your destinations, the whole complete day, it could add up to like a single hour. I could say a single hour. In conclusion, 19 hours is spent in a day non-stop, meaning you're always doing something without taking a rest. And only you have 5 remaining hours the whole day to complete homework, personal tasks, and rest. In the Latino culture, I will say, and my personal experience is that I find personal tasks much more important than doing my homework and rest. Either because I would be doing my homework and family members could come like from a long distance or like come visiting, and they'll come over and they always tell me to go hang out with my family members because family is important, is the number one priority, and then completing the homework and then the rest. Yeah, that was it. I'll complete it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.